Hey guys, it's Coco. Today it's Thursday, you know what that means. It's time for a LoveLife video again. Today I wanted to remake an old video. Some of you guys told me that it would be awesome if I would remake a few of my old ones on my previous channel because I'm older and most of them are like from 3 years ago and I have a different perspective now. So yeah, maybe my opinions are a little bit different. So what I did is I actually did not watch any of the old videos. I just wrote down titles and I'm just going to redo the videos the way that I think that I would make them now. So maybe they're different, maybe they're not, I don't know because I haven't rewatched them, but I hope that you guys enjoy the new videos anyway. So today I wanted to talk about conversations. This is a question I get so much. Coco, how do I start a conversation with someone? How do I keep up a conversation with someone? The main thing I want to tell you is that practice makes perfect, and you eventually will get very much used to having conversations with people. And yeah, so that's something to just keep in mind. Just know it's gonna get better, it's gonna get easier along the way. The main thing that people struggle with is, what is the first thing that I ask someone about that I don't know? Maybe you're going to an event on your own, like I sometimes go somewhere alone where there's like a lot of people. What do I start the conversation about? There's this website, and they don't know that I'm making this video, but it's called conversationstarters.com, and they basically have an entire list of things that you could ask. However, it might come across as very random, so you can check that site out, get some ideas from it, but I wanted to talk about a few things that are always a good idea if you don't want to come across as like something very random, like something that you're sure you're going to be able to have a conversation about. The first thing, of course, and this is like, people forget about this, but you can also just ask someone, hey, how are you? I mean, it's the most used conversation starter ever, and it's okay to use that one. And then when people answer that, you can build on that. However, you might be afraid that after people have answered that question to you, you might have nothing to talk about then. So let's just talk about a few things. The first thing that is always a good idea to ask about is either school or work. So you can ask them, what are you studying, or are you already working? Just ask them about that, be very interested. And then another thing to really tie into that easily can be asking about their future, their dreams, their hopes, their aspirations, what they want to achieve in life. And you can really tie that into like their education. Like, for example, they're like, I study law. Oh, like, what is your dream goal, like dream job? What do you want to achieve? And do you like the study? Does it interest you? Why did you choose it? Stuff like that. They're personal, but not to a level where people are uncomfortable talking about it. So yeah, I think those are really great ways to get a conversation going with someone. So like I said, people love talking about the future and their hopes and their dreams. So that can be a good thing. And then you can also share something about your own hopes and dreams for the future, and maybe ask them for tips if they're doing something and you're like, oh my god, like I could use some tips on that, whatever like that. Like, how do you do that? Or something like that. People love talking about themselves. So those are always great things to talk about. Another thing that's very important is that you tie something into what you have in common. And when you're, for example, at an event, there's not much that you two know of each other that you have in common, except for a few things. For example, your surroundings. So where you are right now, whatever you're doing right now, is something that you're having in common. So you can easily ask questions about that. Like, if you're at a movie event, ask them like, hey, do you like the movie? Have you seen all the other ones? Do you like going to the movies? Stuff like that. Something about maybe the place that you're at. Maybe if you're in a city, you can ask them, hey, what's your favorite place in the city? Try to look for the thing that you have in common. You always have some common ground with someone. And even if that's just the place that you are, you can ask them questions about that, and it doesn't come across as completely random. You can both talk about it. So for example, like I said, if you're in a city, you can also ask them like, oh, do you come here often, or where are you from, or what's your favorite city? Stuff like that. Yeah, food, whatever, something like that. Also, you always have events going on in the world that you could talk about. For example, right now, you could always ask someone about the Olympics, because that is something that everyone has in common, because everyone knows that it's going on. Not everyone might be interested in it, so you can ask someone, hey, do you keep up with the, like, keep up with the Kardashians? Do you keep up with the Olympics? What's your favorite game? Or kind of sports? Who's your favorite sportsman or sportswoman? I don't know what the names for those are, because I'm not into it, but something like that. You have that in common. It's an event that's going on. So yeah, those are a few of my ideas for conversation starters. If some of you guys have other ideas, please leave them down below in the comments so that we can share them with each other and we can all get better at this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!